Man, things just got a lot tougher for Howie Roseman. One of the things we've talked about Howie having a being really good at, maybe the best in the NFL, and that is managing the salary cap, figuring out how to get the right players paid and the right decision in terms of who do you let walk, who do you give the money to. And now he has maybe one of the biggest decisions he's had in quite a while for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I apologize, I'm probably a couple of days late with this one, but I still think it's worth talking about as we start ramping up for the new season because we've talked about the offense getting paid and what a great job the Eagles have done recently with keeping the defense young and replacing defensive players with younger players from elsewhere with drafting really well. That's one of the guys we're going to be talking about with Quinyon Mitchell, and we also have Cooper DeJean, and we know that we just paid Jalen Carter an absolute ton of money. And now Kenyon Mitchell and what we would have to pay him has just absolutely skyrocketed. Eagles just got 132 million reasons to dread future Kenyon Mitchell decision. He's going to be very expensive. So if you're wondering where that's coming from, if you haven't heard yet, the Seahawks just paid Pro Bowl cornerback Devin Witherspoon $132 million over 4 years. 101 million of that is guaranteed. And you all know it's not just Eagles fans saying it. As much as Jalen Hurts has gotten hate and he's been, diminished in terms of what he really brings to a team, Mitchell has not had that, right? Like everyone around the NFL has said, yeah, man, he's already one of the best lockdown corners in the NFL. And they are a very, very rare thing. And when you've got a league that is focused on the passing game for the viewers, right? The NFL really wants this high scoring, toss the ball around the field type of game going on. You absolutely need a guy at the corner position who can shut down the other team's number one. And man, did we get it right drafting Kenyon Mitchell and honestly Cooper DeJean. Now, if you have I hate even talking about it, man, but if you have to get one and let the other go, I think you have to keep Mitchell as much as you love to keep both of them. But after signing Jalen Carter to that insane extension, record setting extension, how much money do the Eagles have left? And it's got to be next season, right? It's got to be next season. It's his last season. Witherspoon made his third straight Pro Bowl, selected as a second team All Pro. And we all know Kenyon Mitchell, all pro for the Philadelphia Eagles. He's been, as it says here, and what I just said, one of the top lockdown quarters in the NFL over the last 2 seasons. Since being the Eagles' first round pick in 24, was a Pro Bowler and All Pro last year after 45 tackles, 17 pass deflections, a fumble recovery, allowed a completion percentage. That's insane of 44.3% and a passer rating of just 64.3. All the NFL players saying he's one of the best in the NFL, ranked 47th in the top 100 players in the league, been on multiple lists as a top 5 cornerback in the NFL. But we just gave Jalen Carter $38 million a year. Witherspoon getting $33 million a year. Kenyon Mitchell has to be in that number, and it has to be done this offseason. It has to be done this offseason, if not during the season, because you cannot let Mitchell go into the final year of his contract without having signed him to an extension because he will absolutely be testing the free agent market after that. But the question is, do you have the money, Howie Roseman? How do you get the money? Who do you let go? What's really wild about it, because a lot of people have liked to lie this past year about Jalen Hurts and his contract, and he's going into the final, blah blah blah, even though he has guaranteed money coming up. But if we're talking about next year, yeah, you're also going to have to re-sign Jalen Hurts, and if not, then you're taking a serious risk on who the hell your quarterback is going to be. Because guess what? I know it's early. I know preseason isn't the be all end all. But neither Dalton who's not obviously is not the long-term answer anyway, or Tanner McKee looked all that great against the Baltimore Ravens. And then, of course, do you want to sign Cooper DeJean as well? I mean, there are a lot of questions for Howie Roseman, and this just took it to another level because Mitchell's going to look. Hey, man, look at this! Look at this contract that was just signed by a guy that everyone says, you know what? I mean, I'm really right there with him. If I'm Kenyon Mitchell, I am absolutely right there with this guy in terms of level and how important the cornerback position is. So it says here, if Mitchell matches the same kind of performance he had in 25, the Eagles are going to have to reset the market at cornerback. Mitchell could be looking at a new deal between $35 and $40 million a year. And then it goes right into what I was just saying. Part of the issue is also what to do about fellow all-pro cornerback Cooper DeJean. He enters his final season on his rookie contract in 27. That means the Eagles are going to have to figure out how to pay him like one of the best corners in the NFL as well at the same damn time. Now, I would hope and guess that Howie Roseman had all this. Now, he didn't know about this contract, but I'm sure he knew that it was going to take a lot of money to keep both of these guys in Philadelphia Eagles uniforms, right? Absolutely. So Eagles have no choice but to pay Mitchell as he is a one-of-a-kind cornerback who can't be messed with. That decision, though, could affect DeJean's future and how the Eagles manage their finances with other players. Let's hope General Manager Howie Roseman will work his void years magic to make it all happen. Yeah, man, this is going to be really, really, really interesting. Also, well, obviously, his performance this year, DeJean's performance this year, obviously are going to have an impact. But even if he has a down year relative to 25, that's not going to change the fact that he's one of the best corners in the NFL, that Cooper DeJean is one of the best corners in the NFL, who, by the way, probably could be moved to, I'm not saying for the Eagles, but I'm saying in terms of his contract value and what other teams might see, he could garner a lot more interest than he might otherwise because a lot of teams probably think also he could be a fantastic safety in the NFL, right? He can play the slot, he can play outside, he could probably be a very good safety. So that's going to matter as well in terms of what other teams are willing to pay Cooper DeJean, which again will impact the Quinyon Mitchell contract negotiations, as well as having a trickle down effect on all the rest. I was going to say defensive players, but really the entire roster. So this is absolutely massive for the Philadelphia Eagles. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens. It's going to be really interesting to see how soon we start hearing about negotiations. Obviously, Mitchell, obviously, DeJean, they're going to, as we get through the season, start being asked about the contract situation and the future with the Philadelphia Eagles, man. So anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think they need to wrap up Mitchell as soon as possible? Should they also sign Cooper DeJean no matter the cost for either of the players? How much money do you think Mitchell is going to make? Let me know in the comments below. Do me a quick favor, like, comment, subscribe. I will talk to you all later.